let me wait for a few participants and then start the session. Yeah, I'll finish it up, students. I've done. Just few seconds, few minutes, I'll finish up the session. Just let me wait for a few participants, then start. Email, let me draw just JSON object. Yeah. You see the students. Yeah. Let me start. Students are joining. Okay. Let me wait for a few more seconds. Yeah, fine. So let me start. Now here you can see that here JSON object one dot get string. Okay. With respect to city name, I'm having a string value. So therefore I call here get string corresponding to this city name. But here you see that here I have an integer value. 70 is an integer value. If it's an integer value, you should not use get string. Instead of using get string, I should use get int. Okay, with respect to temperature, I mean corresponding integer. So actually, with respect to my code, this entire get string should be replaced with get int. Okay, so replace get int. Here also get int. Here also get int. Here also get int. Because I'm having corresponding integer value. Okay. Now, if I place in double quotes. Now, with respect to this block of code, what I should do it, because here I've written everything as get string, right? So it's a string is there. So therefore I should place in double quotes. I should place in double quotes. And this I should place in double quotes. And here I should place in double quotes. And the last line also I should place in double quotes. And that's what you see that here. I written, I try to get the corresponding string associated with city name. Okay, this is the string I'm going to get it. I want to get the string associated with latitude. I'll get this string. Now I want to get string associated with this longitude. I'll get this string. And next you see that I written a get int. I have not written string. So why? Because the value here is not an string value, it's an integer value. Since an integer value, I'm going, I used here get int, means I want to get an integer value corresponding to this temperature. Therefore, written here get int. And finally, I've written get string. So with respect to humidity, I want to get the corresponding string value, that is 90. Yeah. Then with my JSON code, if you have any questions, you can ask me. This entire block of code you need to place inside your try and catch block. Okay, this entire code you need to place inside your try and catch block. Okay, you have to place it. Why? Probably if you fail to open this file, it may throw an exception. What exception it may throw? Input output exception. It may throw input output exception. Okay, this open method may throw input output exception. And therefore, this entire block of code you need to place inside your try and catch block. That's why it's an exception. Exception is just super class. I can write input output exception or I can write exception. And some of the statements also may throw an exception. So therefore, you are taking a super class called exception. Yeah, that's what you place. Yeah, you see that here also I missed this entire block of code with respect to parsing XML document. You see that the entire code I placed inside this try and catch block. I placed in this try and catch block. So why I placed inside this try and catch? Because here I'm trying to open this XML document, which may throw an input output exception. So therefore I place inside my try and catch block. Yeah. So I've done with my code students. If you have any questions, you can ask. So I'm ready to take your questions. Any questions, students? Yeah. Any questions, students? Any questions? Any questions?
Sir, in that last second line, sir,
Where?
get int.
Yeah.
Sir, int we are trying to append to string now, sir. Will it not throw an error?
Yeah, that good question. See, with respect to Java, okay, this is string. You see that temperature. Okay, temperature. I'm trying to append plus integer value plus 10. Okay, so when I'm trying to append, see at least if at least one operand is string, okay, the entire result will be string. You see that it is in string plus integer, the result is nothing but is string. I'm not appending, it is string. Now this entire string I'm trying to append, so it doesn't throw any error. Is it fine? I've answered your question.
Sir, but plus 10 it will take as arithmetic now, sir, because the second
See,
one is an integer.
See, 1 second. String. First one is integer. Okay. String plus int. String plus int. When you do that, the result will be of string. In other words, this int will be converted to string. This int will be converted to string. The result will be string. It will never be an integer. Now this entire string, now I got a string. This entire string, now I'm trying to append. This entire result string, I'm trying to append. Okay. And see, let me try to illustrate this. It doesn't throw any error. Let me try to show this. Let me try to open a compiler. Java compiler. Yeah. I can see here. Okay. Flower plus stem. Actually, 1 second. 1 second, students. Let me check. I don't have it. See, that's what now. See, here it's a string as a string and is an integer. Okay, so when you're trying to combine, probably yeah. Now probably I'll do it. Yeah, see 10 plus 20. And what's the output of this program? Can you tell the output of this program?
Sir, the screen's not visible.
Oh, screen is not visible. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Yeah.
Means the
no.
PDF is visible, sir.
Yeah. Now can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now can you please tell the output of this program?
Sir, it needs to give hello world and 10 and 20, sir, if we go according to the logic.
Yes, that's correct answer. Why it's not coming hello world 30? Why it's not trying to add it? As you said, it'll be
It's getting appended, sir.
Yeah. See why it's an integer, right? So it's an integer, So integer should be 30. 30 and 30 I should happen, right? But it's not happening here. Why it's happening? Because it's a string. It's a string. I'm trying to append with integer. I'm trying to append with integer. This also will be converted to string. And the entire result will be a string. It's a string. Okay. Now again this string I'm trying to append with this integer. Now this everything will become a string. And that's what I said there also. Everything will be a string here. String. Okay. So now let me run this program. You see that what output I'm getting here? I'm getting output as 10 and 20. I'm trying to append. I'm not trying to add it. And that's what I'm trying to convey for you. Okay. See, it also the same thing is going to happen here also. Okay. The same thing happening here also. Okay. When trying to add temperature plus it's okay. I'm trying to add it, right? I'm trying to add a integer value. So integer plus string, result is a string, result is a string. It is not an integer. So the string I'm trying to append, the string I'm trying to append to the result. I hope I convinced you, or still you're not satisfied?
Got it, sir.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. May I know your good name, please?
Prajwal, sir.
Yeah, Prajwal. Yeah, Prajwal. Is it fine, Prajwal, right? Yeah. Any other
Yes,
question?
sir.
Any other questions, students? Any other questions? If there are no questions, that's well and good. And that's all for today's class. You can leave the session. And students, in next class onwards, we'll try to provide the virtual lab for you. But today we are facing some issues. Due to that issue, we're not able to allocate systems for you. Okay. Is it right, students? I'm not receiving any response from your end. So we have faced some issues. Okay, due to that issue, we're not able to allocate virtual lab for you. Probably in the next week, I'm not going to take any class. Instead of the class, directly we're going to work on the systems. Okay, we are going to execute the program. Any questions, students, you can ask. If there are no questions, that's well and good. You can leave the session. And just now I received a message stating that some of the students are asking for these recorded videos. Definitely, I'll upload all the videos in my YouTube channel where you can download it or you can watch it. The choice is yours. Okay, that's fine. That's well and good. And that's all for today's class. Have a nice day. In case you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'll be online.